This studio light should have been a massive upgrade from my £40 Amazon setup, but after I started using it, I actually ran into an issue that made filming harder. This is called the Neewer HB60B, a portable 60-watt studio light with a portable battery, app control, adjustable settings and enough brightness to light up any talking head video. But coming from my old Amazon light where I just turn it on and hit record, this almost quadrupled the amount of time it took me to start recording. And honestly, when you actually realize how much functionality you're getting for £100, it's not hard to see why it took so long to get adjusted to. Since now I feel like I have instant control over the way my video looks, and I'm no longer just looking out to see if my video is bright enough. And the app was a vital part of that experience shift, since it allows quick access to all my presets and settings without the need to manually go to the light, meaning I can change all the settings on this without moving it in. And although that probably doesn't sound like much, the amount of time and effort that saved me was massive. Regarding what you can actually change, the light has a maximum brightness of 44,000 lux and a color temperature range of 2,700 to 6,500, meaning there's a potential of thousands of combinations you can change at a swipe. Once you actually get past all the customization, this is really easy to live with, and the reason I've been using it weekly for the past few months. Regarding the controls on the back, they're simple to change and easy to use, but the app does make it a bit clearer what colors you can expect to get from the light. And to initially connect the device is super simple as well, since there's an NFC chip on here, so you just tap your phone and bam, instant connection. And if you want to link multiple Neewer lights, you would just do the same thing multiple times. Also, off topic, something I did notice was that even if the brightness levels of the light were low, the fan still automatically turns on. But what I found interesting was the fact that even when I scaled that and increased brightness to max, you still couldn't hear the fan. However, that could be because I only use standard lighting modes. Don't get me wrong, the built-in special effects are cool or whatever, but for my purpose and my use, it's just a bit cringy. What matters more to me is the quality and the power of the light. And I'll be honest, I've never been put in a situation with this light where I need more of either. If anything, I'm trying to figure out more ways to diffuse the light I'm already being provided, which is a good problem to have. The built-in battery has been good enough for the way I record, giving me around an hour and a half of non-stop lighting. However, with eco mode, you can stretch that a bit further. And the best way that's been to track the battery for me is through the app. However, there is a mini screen on the light as well, if that's what you want to use. But there is a little battery-related issue that I did notice fairly quickly, since it's extremely picky about the ports you use to charge this device. I gave it a shot with my USB-C iPhone charger and it just didn't charge the device. So if you're planning on taking this anywhere, please bring the original charger and don't you dare think of losing it. Once it is charged though, the best thing about it is not having to worry about cables holding you back. And I feel like this compact size adds to that as well, since it's easy to move around depending on the shot. And for a low to mid-range light, I feel like Neewer's really done a good job at balancing power and portability. Unfortunately, that said portability did lead to one of the biggest issues I've had with this device. For a light that only weighs 620 grams, as soon as you put it on a tripod, it feels extremely imbalanced and top heavy, obviously because of all the things they packed into it. And as soon as you add one of the attachments like the reflector, yeah, by a single push or a little touch, it'll go toppling over. And that's exactly why this happened over here. Obviously the damage was minor and it still works with no issues, but I would say if you pop this on a tripod, you need to be extremely careful because it does have a tendency to just fall over. So, is the Neewer HB60B worth it? I think so. Although the compatibility with the charging ports did throw me off a bit and the dense design is something to be a bit wary of, that didn't hold me back from actually using the device. And honestly, after experiencing this, it's pretty much impossible for me to go back to my £40 Amazon setup because of the sheer control and customization I was given with this device. However, if you are looking for more creator equipment, I would 100% recommend checking these two videos out over here. Either way, it's your boy Mr. K. Like, subscribe, support the channel, and I'll check you out in the next one.